Today we are talking about how to beat the Texas heat in the Woodlands, Texas. And boy, is it hot out there. If you're thinking about moving to the Woodlands or you've just survived your first Texas summer, you're probably asking yourself one very important question. What do people actually do when it's 98 degrees outside? Because let's be honest, summer in Southeast Texas is no joke. It's hot and it's humid. And by around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, walking to your mailbox can feel like an endurance sport. But here's the good news. One of the things I love about living in the Woodlands is that this community was designed with families and outdoor living in mind. There are so many ways to enjoy summer here without feeling trapped inside your house. Today, I'm sharing more than 25 of my favorite ways to stay cool in the Woodlands, including plenty of free activities, some great family adventures, and a few hidden gems that many newcomers don't even know exist. If you're considering moving here, this video will give you a great feel for what everyday life is really like. And if you already live here, I hope you'll discover a few new places to explore this summer. Now, let's cool off. One of the biggest advantages of living in the Woodlands is something many people don't realize until after they've moved here. The township operates an impressive network of neighborhood swimming pools, and they're one of the best values you'll find anywhere in the Houston area. So whether you're looking for a quiet place to relax, somewhere the kids can burn off a little energy, or even a lap pool for some exercise, there's probably a swimming pool just a few minutes from your home. Most villages have their own neighborhood pool, making it easy to cool off without driving across town. Some are designed for families with younger children, and others are better suited for swimming laps or simply relaxing. And then there are the destination pools that people come from all over the Woodlands to enjoy. Rob Fleming Aquatic Center is one of those swimming pools. If you've never been there, it really feels more like a miniature water park than a neighborhood pool. You'll find a lazy river and a large swimming pool and interactive play structures and splash features for the kiddos. And it's got plenty of shaded seating that you can enjoy and get out of the heat. This is probably the township's most popular aquatic destination during the summer. Families can easily spend several hours or half the day there. One thing I especially appreciate is that there are enough different activity areas that everyone can find something they enjoy. Now, another local favorite is Lakeside Pool. This one is a resort-like atmosphere with a beautiful landscape and a more relaxing feel to it than Rob Fleming. It's especially popular with families who have elementary-age kids. What many prospective residents don't realize is that you don't always need to visit one of the large aquatic centers. Some of my favorite pools are actually the smaller neighborhood pools scattered throughout the villages. They're often quieter and less crowded, and only a few minutes from home. If you have children, being able to decide on a hot afternoon to simply grab a towel and be swimming in 10 minutes is a huge quality of life benefit. For adults, many township pools also offer designated lap swim times. If you're someone who enjoys swimming for exercise, this can become a part of your daily routine without the expense of joining a private fitness club. It's one of those amenities that many homeowners don't think about until after they move here, and then they wonder how they ever lived without it. Not every family needs a full day at the pool. Sometimes younger children simply just want to run through the fountains and splash around for an hour. And thankfully, the Woodlands has several fantastic spray grounds that are perfect for that. Tiburon Park is one of my favorites. You'll find colorful water features and a lot of open space, and then there's a nearby playground and picnic areas and plenty of shade. It's really a great spot for young families. Parents can relax while children cool off. It is completely different from spending hours in a pool because kids are constantly moving. May Valley Spray Ground is another wonderful option. It's especially popular with toddlers and young elementary-aged children. Now, the equipment was designed to be interactive and fun without being overwhelming. Another excellent stop, if you're looking for something free and easy, is Creekwood Park. Bring a picnic lunch, spend an hour or two, head home before the hottest part of the afternoon. It's an inexpensive way to just create some summer memories close to home. Now, one thing you'll notice throughout the Woodlands is how thoughtful these parks are designed. Many include large shade trees, covered picnic areas, modern playgrounds, and restrooms, which is important. They also include walking paths, and everything encourages families to spend time outdoors, even during the summer. Now let's talk about something that surprises many first-time visitors. Despite the summer heat, some of the most enjoyable places to be are actually near the water. Lake Woodlands creates a slightly cooler environment, and there are plenty of ways to enjoy it. If you've never kayaked on Lake Woodlands, you're missing one of the area's hidden treasures. Early mornings are especially beautiful. The water's calm, the wildlife is a little active, and you'll get a completely different perspective of the Woodlands than you ever could from the road. It's peaceful, it's scenic, and surprisingly affordable. Stand-up paddleboarding has also become increasingly popular here. Even beginners can actually get comfortable pretty quickly on a paddleboard. It's a fun workout without feeling like you're actually exercising. And of course, you can rent one of the Swan pedal boats also. Now, kayaks, stand-up paddleboards, and Swan boats can all be rented at Riva Row Boathouse. There are also two other boathouses on Lake Woodlands. One is at North Shore Park and the other is at Hughes Landing. Check out the boathouses on the Woodlands Township website. One of my favorite places to recommend, especially for visitors, is Waterway Square. Children love playing in the interactive fountains there. Adults can enjoy just sitting nearby with a coffee or an ice cream. There are restaurants all around you there, and during many of the evenings throughout the year, you'll also find live music or community events there. Even if you don't get in the water, simply being around it makes a hot summer evening feel much more comfortable. Now, one activity that's often overlooked is the free Waterway trolley. If you've never ridden it, it's a relaxing way to experience the Woodlands Waterway from a different perspective, and it's a convenient way to get around the town center area with stops at all the major locations throughout Market Street, down the Waterway, and Hughes Landing and Town Green Park. You can download the trolley tracker off the website and find all of the stops and where the trolleys are in relationship to you. It's especially fun for grandparents visiting with grandchildren or families entertaining out-of-town guests. And here's one that many people, even longtime residents, haven't fully discovered yet. And that is George and Cynthia Woods Mitchell Library. It's much more than just a place to check out books. It's become a true community gathering place, especially during the summer months. If you're moving to the Woodlands and have children, or even if you're retired and looking for interesting activities, this library deserves a spot on your list. During the summer, the library typically offers a wide variety of free programs, including things like story time for young children, reading challenges, STEM and science activities, arts and crafts, and teen programs also. And then there are book clubs and educational presentations, guest speakers, and all kinds of family events. Our new library is a true community center where people gather to learn, create, and connect. If you're working remotely, the library is also a fantastic place to spend a few hours. You'll find comfortable seating, Wi-Fi, meeting rooms, and plenty of natural light there. And it's a great alternative when you need a change of scenery from the home office. Now, for retirees, it's also a great way to meet people with similar interests through book clubs and educational lectures and lifelong learning opportunities. One thing I appreciate about the Woodlands is that there are so many places where families and neighbors naturally come together, and the library is becoming one of those places. Another fantastic way to beat the heat is by taking advantage of the Woodlands Township Recreation Centers. These facilities aren't just gyms. They offer activities for virtually every age group. They have indoor basketball, volleyball, fitness equipment, exercise classes, yoga, Pilates, community events and summer camps, and programs for children and programs for older adults. And if you've followed my channel for any length of time, you know I'm a big believer that where you live should support the lifestyle you want. And that's exactly what these recreation centers do. Whether you're raising young kids, or you're working from home, or you're enjoying your retirement, these are opportunities to stay active all year long. Now, many residents tell me they didn't even realize how many township programs were available until after they moved here. So when you relocate, take a few minutes to explore the township website and activity guides. You might be surprised by everything that's offered. Next, I want to talk to you about one of the true gems of the Woodlands. But before I do, I want to take a moment to introduce myself. I'm Cheryl Vecchio with the Vecchio Group at eXp Realty, and I and my husband Frank are local realtors here in the Woodlands, North Harris County and South Montgomery County. If you have any questions about buying or selling real estate in the area, we would love to help you. Also, if you are moving to or from another city or state, we run an expert vetted agent referral program. These are killer real estate agents we would send our own families to. In fact, we have. We work on a referral, not pressure basis, so we are here to help you whenever you need us. If you've watched my channel at all, you've probably heard me mention one of the true gems of the Woodlands is Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion. Most people know it as one of the premier outdoor concert venues in the country. Big name artists perform here throughout the year, and it's an incredible place to see a concert. But here's something many people don't realize. The pavilion also hosts free and low-cost community performances, including the Houston Symphony Orchestra. The pavilion is the summer home for the Houston Symphony, and they hold several free concerts and movie nights throughout the summer. And you can even bring your own food. Just please no beverages. Now check their website for events and times. These events give residents the opportunity to enjoy world-class entertainment without spending a fortune. And if you're considering a move here, this is one of those lifestyle benefits that's hard to appreciate until you experience it yourself. Imagine packing a picnic, bringing a blanket, and spending an evening listening to live music under the trees. That's part of what makes living in the Woodlands feel different from many other suburban communities. And speaking of music, you'll find free concerts everywhere throughout the year. And one of those places is Hughes Landing Boardwalk. Now this area combines walking trails with restaurants overlooking the lake. It's especially beautiful in the evening. Many restaurants have covered patios with ceiling fans and misting systems, making outdoor dining surprisingly comfortable. And most of them face the concert stage at Hughes Landing. Now, other fun summertime activities here include going to the movies, and you can do that at Cinemark Market Street. One of my favorite summer evenings is catching an afternoon movie and then strolling through Market Street afterwards once the sun starts going down. There's the fountains and music and outdoor seating and beautiful landscaped walkways. It makes for a great place to spend the evening. If your family likes a little more action, there are plenty of indoor entertainment options nearby. And bowling is always a classic summer activity. It's fun for every generation and perfect for when grandparents are visiting. If you have a teenager, they'll probably enjoy some of the entertainment centers along I-45 that offer arcade games, laser tag, and escape rooms also. Now, one of the reasons so many people love living in the Woodlands is that there's almost always something going on. The township does a fantastic job of creating community events throughout the year, and summer is no exception. Now, many of these events are completely free, making them a great option for families, couples, or anyone looking for an enjoyable evening without spending a lot of money. One thing I always recommend to new residents is bookmarking the Woodlands Township events calendar. It changes throughout the year, and there's usually something happening almost every weekend. And one of the things that impressed me after moving here is how easy it is to become involved in the community. You don't have to search very hard for things to do. Many of the events practically come to you. Now let's talk about things to do around the Woodlands. Yes, just a short drive from the bubble. Even though there's no shortage of things to do right here in the Woodlands, sometimes it's fun to get out and explore the surrounding areas. And one of the biggest advantages of living here is that you're so close to several great destinations, all within about a 30-minute drive. If you're looking for a true summer escape, Lake Conroe is hard to beat. Whether you enjoy renting a pontoon boat, jet skiing, fishing, paddleboarding, lakeside dining, or just relaxing at a resort, it's an easy day trip that feels like a mini vacation. Even if you don't own a boat, there are several marinas that offer rentals, making it easy to spend a day on the water. Whether you're celebrating a birthday, entertaining out-of-town guests, or just want a relaxing staycation, Margaritaville is a fantastic option, and you don't have to travel for hours to enjoy resort atmosphere. It has pools and restaurants and a great lake view, and live entertainment make it a popular destination by Woodlands residents. There are so many things to do during the summer in and around the Woodlands. We could go on forever. I couldn't fit everything into one video, so tell me in the comments what's your favorite way to beat the Texas heat in the Woodlands. I'd love to hear your recommendations. But before I let you go, I want to share my top tips for staying cool here in the summer. This is especially important if you're coming here from a cooler climate. So here it goes. My first tip is start whatever you're doing early. If you're planning to walk, bike, or exercise outdoors, go early. Many residents are out and about by 7 or 8 in the morning. The trails are active, the temperatures are much more comfortable, and you'll often see deer, rabbits, ducks, and all other wildlife that lives around here. It's a beautiful way to start your day. Now, my second tip is save outdoor dining for the evening. One thing I love about summer here is how the community comes alive after sunset. Restaurants begin to fill up, people are walking around Market Street, families are gathering at Hughes Landing, and children are playing near Waterway Square. My third tip is just always keep water in the car. This may sound really obvious, but it's one of those little habits you'll quickly adapt here in the Southeast Texas heat. Whether you're showing homes or running errands or spending the day at the park, having cold water available makes a big, giant difference, and you won't have to stop and buy it. As a realtor, it's something I always keep on hand for both myself and my clients. Now, my fourth tip is don't let the weather keep you inside. This might be the biggest surprise for people relocating from a cooler climate. Many newcomers assume that because Texas summers are hot, everyone stays indoors. That's really not the case. People simply adjust. Instead of spending the afternoon outside, they enjoyed the mornings and evenings. Community life continues, kids still play, concerts still happen, restaurants stay busy, parks remain active. You just learn to plan your day around the weather. If you're thinking about moving to the Woodlands, here's something I tell almost every relocation client. Visit in the summer. And why, you ask? It's because if you enjoy the Woodlands during the hottest time of the year, you're probably going to love it in the other 9 months. Summer gives you an honest look at everyday life. You'll see how active neighborhoods are, how families use the parks and pools, how busy Market Street and Hughes Landing become in the evenings, and how well the township maintains green spaces. How much people genuinely enjoy living here. It's easy to fall in love with the Woodlands on a beautiful spring day, but summer shows you what life is really like, and I think that's incredibly valuable. So, can you stay cool in the Woodlands during the summer? Absolutely. In fact, I think it's one of the reasons so many families love living here. Between the township pools and splash pads, over 220 miles of trails, beautiful parks, community events, libraries, recreation centers, concerts, restaurants, shopping, and nearby destinations like Lake Conroe. You'll never run out of things to do. Yes, it's hot. There's no getting around that. But the Woodlands was thoughtfully planned with abundance of trees and parks and water features and community amenities that make summer far more enjoyable than many people expect. If you're considering making the Woodlands your next home, I hope this video has given you a better picture of what everyday life is like here. If you found the video helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you'd give it a thumbs up. It helps more people discover our channel. If you're thinking about moving to the Woodlands or anywhere in the surrounding North Houston area, my husband Frank and I help people relocate here every week. We'd be happy to answer your questions, recommend neighborhoods, or help you find the right home for your lifestyle. You'll find our contact information in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe, because every week we share honest local insight about living in the Woodlands, the things you don't always find on a Google search. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.